Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Shirley. It is Monday, October 7th, 2019. It's about 1:07 in the afternoon. And I could say I just got off work, but I didn't. Well, more or less I left work a little while ago. I think the schedule change. There's been a lot of changes in the schedule. So, and I think the last time I checked the schedule was maybe Friday or Saturday. So I was on the assumption that after closing last night, I was going to end up working this morning, but I ended up getting the day off, so I work tomorrow. I think I close tomorrow. I got to keep checking the schedule because the schedule's kind of weirding out right now. I think a lot of people's availabilities and plus the holiday, and there's a whole gamut of reasons why everything's just moving around. But I got up this morning and tired, just really tired, and I think I left the house about 6:30 this morning, and I didn't have to be at work at 7, but I was just literally, I do want to say right off the bat, Irma, I just got your letter Saturday afternoon, so thank you very much, dear. That was very sweet of you. Thank you so much. That said, I went to Starbucks this morning. Oh my God, I needed coffee so bad. I got my coffee and I ended up walking down and catching my bus. My favorite bus Monday through Friday, the 177. That just drops me right on top of the hill that I normally climb, right across from the church, St. Bede's Church. The one on the weekend, depending on how it's running, I end up having to walk. It takes me at the bottom of the hill, so. But I was just really, really hungry, and I really, really was dying for a cup of coffee. So I got my coffee. I got sausage McMuffin with egg. Right now, I think they're running a special 2 for $4.50. So I got 2. With the egg McMuffin, usually that or hamburgers or whatever, I'll usually buy the 2 because it's a better deal. And depends on how the day is or the afternoon, I'll either save the other one for lunch or I end up usually giving it away to a homeless person. So I had my coffee, I had my egg McMuffin, I still had one, and I had my sandwich that I made this morning to take to lunch with me. So go to work, walking around the store, and when I walk into work, I usually walk the store, check whatever's on sale, whatever's clearance out, and stuff like that. If there's anything that I need to buy or whatever before I start to work, or maybe I'll check the floor also if there's anything that got marked down, so I could take advantage of it and get a chance to buy it if it's still out on the floor when I'm on lunch. If not, it's no big deal. So this morning I walked around. I didn't see anything. Then I walked to the back room and got my locker, took off my coat and everything, and just double checked the schedule to see if there were anything different. And I didn't see my name, and I'm like, "Oh, you're kidding!" So I checked the other schedule, and yeah, I wasn't scheduled for today. So I ended up having to come back to Pasadena, get on the bus again. The only thing that kind of like bums me out when when this happens or when I do this is that I just wasted bus fare. But honestly, it wasn't such a bad day today. Actually, this week's been pretty good. To digress real quick, Saturday or Friday? Yeah, Saturday. I was crossing the street and there was this old homeless gentleman. He looked like he was in pain, and he was across the street. And so I'm remembering. I'm like, oh yeah, I do have change. Now, normally I really don't have change. I don't have cash in my pocket or in my wallet. Depends on how I'm going to budget myself. I'll have some cash in my wallet to buy some things, but the rest of my purchases in life are usually just done off my card. So, but it's just kind of, it's weird. It's just the way I budget myself. Some things I buy on cash, some things I buy on my card. And I always take a certain amount of cash, or try to at least, on payday, so I can kind of like budget myself on some things. It's hard to explain. It's all mental. It's all me. So I was crossing the street and I saw the gentleman. He's just like looking like he was in pain, and it was a warm day that morning. So I'm digging around. And I had a couple of dollars, and as I'm crossing the street, stopped off and I handed him. I go, "Here you go, brother. Have a good day." And he looks at me. He goes, "Oh, do you want some Bible verses?" I go, "No, no, that's okay. Just have a good day." And he's like, "Okay, thank you. God bless you." And then, so this morning, as I was coming back, I had to get off the bus because the one bus was a short bus, and I had to get on the other bus right there at Woodbury and Lincoln. And there's a McDonald's right there, and there's a bus stop. So I still had my lunch, and I still had my second egg McMuffin, and I had to come back into town to run some more errands. I know I'm always running errands every day, but I spread out my errands so I have a reason to get out. I don't normally particularly like to just come home and sit and just watch TV, and I still like to do things, so I don't always complete my missions when I'm supposed to. I do it so I can have a reason to go out. Like if I get off work, in the afternoon, I have a reason to go to the store, go to Target, go wherever. Just get a reason. Then once that's over, I come home. That's fine. Now, mind you, I left the house at 6:30. It's now after 1 o'clock, so I've been running around. And the greatest consumer of time in my day is just waiting for public transportation, waiting for the bus. Normally, I would say if I had my own vehicle, I could get done easily in an hour and a half. But waiting for city buses and whatever, it takes a while. So I've pretty much almost completed a shift day since I've been out of the house at 6:30. So now I'm pushing on to closer to 1:30, 1:15. Yeah. So most of my day in doing what I do takes up in transportation, waiting for transportation. So I'm waiting for the bus, and I notice out of the corner of my eye there's this another older gentleman just laying there on the grass with his back against the brick wall and stuff like that. And it looked like he was kind of dozing off, and he got up or he looked up, and he had a soda or something right there. So I walked over to him and I go, "You hungry, sir?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." So I gave him my bag. It had my sandwich. I told him, here's a sandwich. It's ham, turkey, and salami and cheddar cheese. He's like, "Oh, thank you." And I go, "There's also an egg McMuffin, sausage egg McMuffin from breakfast that I just had about an hour ago." He's like, "Oh, okay, thank you." And he's like, "All right." And I'm walking away, and he goes, "Well, can I get your name?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." He says, "Okay, well, thank you." And he's like, goes on to say something, and he's like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure, no problem." So that was cool. And then my bus came, and I got on the bus and I come down to Pasadena to go do some more errands. And so, yeah, that was cool. See, that to me right there was not a waste of a day, because I guess I was just meant to get up, go to La Cañada, come back, and feed someone out of what I did this morning, out of the egg McMuffin and making my sandwich for myself. I guess I was just meant to get up so I could be able to feed someone. So that's the way I take that. I walk away with that. So it's not so much as like, if I'd have only known, I could have just stayed in bed, stay home, and not do a thing, and just taken care of. There's always a reason. And even to continue on with this, so I go to Target. I go get what I need, and then I go to supermarket and I need to get more. I need to get bread and lunch and meat and stuff like that. So I did that, and I get on the bus. It was a little crowded, but so I'm on the bus, and across the way there's this old homeless lady. It's kind of like in the corner. She's got a beat up Bible there, and she's got a thick coat, and she's just not looking too good a shape. She had this really depressed, sorrowful look on her face, and it's just she just looks so sad. Wasn't saying anything. She was just keeping to herself, and she was kind of like dozing off, and just at some point when you see someone like that and they're kind of like rolling around and bobbing and weaving, I'm like, oh shoot, should I get ready to go catch her in case she falls forward, especially with the motion of the bus. So, when I see people like that, it's like, oh my God, that person's going to fall over forward, especially with the jarring of the bus and what have you. So she was just there, and she's dozing off, and she'd get up and wake up and just compose herself and then fall asleep. And I know that feeling from being homeless. You don't get sleep, so that's why you see most homeless people sleeping during the day, because it's a struggle for us at night, trying to stay awake, making sure we're not getting mugged, we're not getting beat up, or we're getting chased off, or harassed by security or police, or what have you. It's just the daytime is not so bad, but it's at night for homeless people. It's a chore, So I took that, and we got to the top of Lake and turned left on Woodbury, headed west, and then that's where it goes down to Fair Oaks and goes south over to by my house. So there's an area where the bus right there in El Tadino where it has like a layover for like a 10-15 minute layover. And we're sitting there. And I noticed, 10 minutes went by, and then we started up again. We started en route. And as the bus was turning left, I was looking at the woman, and her left eye was starting to water. And I'm like, and she just silently she was just silently crying out of her left eye. I could see she was just really whelping up and just watering, and just a tear was coming down. And I'm like, wow, that sucks. And she reaches over with her left hand, and on the other seat was her weird Bible, and she grabs her Bible and she kind of pulls it and tucks it in. Oh my God, that's sad, I just seeing a homeless person is one thing, but seeing a senior out on the street, it just shouldn't be. Yeah, I don't have really a problem with maybe seeing a young person or younger person homeless. When I see a senior citizen, it doesn't sit well with me, because I don't think that person, that everything that they did in life, they expected to spend their golden years like this, homeless, without anything, spending the day riding the bus, trying to get away from the heat, the cold, whatever kind of weather, whatever it is that we homeless people do, we always escape either on the train, subway, or on the bus, or libraries, or whatever, to get away. But you see it more so when someone's riding. We call it riding the rails. That pertains pretty much to the bus or subway or train. Riding the rails, in a sense, it's a new way. It's not the way it used to be, like with hobos riding the trains and stuff. Now it's just riding the rails, and it's just so sad. So when I was at Ralph's and everything, I bought something separate from my card, and I had some change and stuff. And I remember that I had like a couple dollars, I had $2 more. So I started feeling around. I didn't want her to see or anybody else see. So I'm feeling around in my pocket and I'm kind of like looking. I'm like, okay, and I folded it, and everything, and I'm hoping. And she's kind of looking at every time we're stopping, and I'm thinking to myself, God, please, just stay until I get off so I can do this, And so my stop was coming up, and the bus was gonna get ready to turn left, and I got up and I pulled the money out of my pocket, and I kind of hunched over and at her level as she's sitting, and I go, here, dear, this is for you. I go, don't cry anymore, please, just stop crying. She looks and she's like, thank you. I go, just don't cry. I give her the money, and the bus stopped, and I got off, and I finished coming to Vallarta and finishing getting what I needed. So yeah, so I may have screwed up in going to work and everything, but at least now, even doubly today, I got a chance to do something. I fed one homeless gentleman, and the other lady, I all I could do was give her a couple dollars. But that really, yeah, she was okay. She was in the beginning, she was okay and just dozing off and whatever. And I don't know. I guess maybe something just struck her, and she just started having maybe a memory, good or bad, and she just started crying, and that just it just it really grabbed me. It was like something just reached in and grabbed me, and just it was so sad. And a lot of it was also that survivor's guilt came right up, especially as I was stepping off the bus at my bus stop and walking to the store to go home also. Yeah, and I'm not saying that I want to be homeless, because I think that my voice carried more resonance when I was holding and being more poignant and everything. I'm not saying that by any means, but it still gets me. It still bothers me when I see homeless people. It just I feel so sorry, so bad, so empathetic. It's just with the hopes of finding a bank money bag with like $100,000 at the very least, and just being able to do something for other people whilst having the money, and I wouldn't tell anybody. I just found a bank bag of $100,000. Let me do that. It'd be kind of hard to get away with it, right? It's just like, how can I do that with being on the down low? It wouldn't work, right? Yeah, in my mind, daydreaming and fantasizing about being wealthy and stuff. Or what if, you hear the stories? Oh, I found a bank bag of money or whatever, and I turned it in. What would I do? I I I would keep it and try to help others instead of returning it back to the institution. Now I know it belongs to other people and stuff like that, but the bank's insured. Those people are going to get their money regardless whether it was found or not. So that bank is insured. It's federally insured. So nobody would be missing anything, right? I could do some good with it, right? Yeah, I'd like to think I could, but guilt would get the best of me. I don't, to some extent, I think I could do that, but how can I pull it? How can I be an angel in disguise with distributing money and not getting noticed or some sort of recognition? Hey, there's this guy. He's like, oh, hey, it's Charlie. Where did you get all this money? That'd be hard to pull off. I'd like to try. I would certainly like to try, because it's like a daily daydream or fantasy that's just like being wealthy, winning the. I mean, I play the lottery. I play the lottery, even scratchers or whatever. It's only a couple dollars, but I play. And the way I figure is, you know how a lot of people, oh, I don't play that game. You're never gonna win. You're never gonna. You can't win if you don't try. That's just like, oh, I don't go to Vegas because it's a waste of money. Yeah, but you never know until you put a quarter or a dollar in the slot. You never know, so why condemn it? You know, it's just like, oh, those things. I've known people, a lot less fortunate people, homeless, who've actually won like 25 or a couple of $100. Granted, it's blown in like nothing, but you'd never know until you try. So I try, and that'd be a sick fantasy, like winning like a lot of money. Oh, that'd be so crazy. But still, for now, it's just a fantasy, a daydream. But I still like to play it on repeat. It works for me. So that's pretty much my morning so far. Now the afternoon, 6, 7 hours later, I'm beat. I haven't even gotten undressed. I'm still in my jeans, and I briefly actually came home to drop off my jacket. I didn't want to walk around the jacket, and I didn't want to come home and change it and then go back out. So I just dropped off the jacket and put my headphones back on and just went off and did my errand. So errand's done. I guess unexpectedly my good deeds are done. Um, yeah, that's about it, my friends. That's about it. Tomorrow, uh, 4 to 10, and then 10 to 5 or 10 to 4:30. This next week or so, I briefly glance, and it looks like I'm closing, then I'm coming in the morning. I'm closing, then I'm coming in the morning. So I am really, really going to be beat. Uh, that's fine. That's okay. Look, especially since some of the hours are being reduced right now. It's just that lull before we get into the holidays because we're not quite in the holidays yet. Although at the one Target where I went to on Colorado, I took a picture because it was just cracking me up because their seasonal section is all decked out in Halloween still. It's all Halloween, and I'm checking out their stuff because they have a lot more Halloween stuff than we do. We have maybe like not even 2% of I don't think of what a regular Target store should have. But I was looking at the other store. Uh, Novelties Halloween stuff that I would like to buy. There's a couple of items that I'd like to buy. I'm also kind of waiting till we're closer to the Halloween so things get marked down and clearance out and stuff like that. But there's kind of like novelty things that I want to get. So I'm coming down the one aisle and everything. It's like there it is in front of me. On the left side, Halloween. On the right side, Christmas lights and Christmas decorations already. And I'm like, oh, you're kidding me. So I grabbed my other phone and I took a picture. And I'm like, I'm going to post it on Facebook because it's just too funny, you know. We no longer care about Thanksgiving in this country. You know, I remember, it was just what it was. We had our holidays all situated and everything followed like little tin soldiers, you know. So now I guess we forgo Thanksgiving. Pretty soon. Well, we're pretty much forgetting about Christmas, right? Other than, I think if it wasn't for retailers and big business, uh, I think most people would want to do it with Christmas and a celebration of God and whatever it is. I don't know. That's the way it seems like. So I don't know. But anyway, that's about it, my friends. That's been my day so far. So now I am going to end the video, finish putting my stuff away. I haven't put anything away. I just came home, sat down, set the camera up, and just started shooting. So priority is you folks and trying to keep you informed and everything. So all right, my friends. Again, Irma, thank you. I just got it on Saturday. All right. So you folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide in that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, what we're doing, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on. And Charlie went to work and he wasn't scheduled to work. But he got a chance to do something nice. That was worth it. Just getting up in the morning and wasn't wasting my time because I did something productive and positive. So I was able to affect people's lives in a positive way. 2 people, but it's 2 people that I wouldn't have been able to help. So that's how I walk away from that. Real quick, I don't know if you folks have noticed, but it seems like YouTube has again changed algorithms. So like when it comes to commercials and stuff like that, I've noticed now you used to have the option to skip the ad. Now it seems like the ad's following through. I got kind of mixed emotions about that, mixed feelings about that. It's good and bad, but I think with internet being free for so long in everything, Facebook, YouTube, whatever free services, and was completely free when the internet was birthed back in the early 90s, has now becoming to profiteering in some way or whatever. So that is with the commercials. Like I said, it's good. It helps the little guy like me with commercial clicks and everything. So we'll see. I don't care anymore. It just is what it is. So, all right, my friends, I'm going to finish getting comfortable putting things away, and then give me about a half hour, 20 minutes, and I will upload this. Till then, you folks have a fantastic Monday. Do something nice, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow. I love you all. Have a beautiful day, and it's beautiful today. It's like 90 degrees today. Cool. Love you all. Take care. Bye.